Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the Stimulus Podcast. My name is Duran Shields, aka Melody, aka the Commissioner, aka Blue Skittles, and I am co-host of the Stimulus Podcast. And thank y'all for tuning in. Co-host, can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
What's good, world? It's your boy V to the Y to the SON, and my name is Vision. If you cannot, comprehend that, but what's good?
And this is episode 21 of the Stimulus Podcast. We're a little overdue, so a lot of stuff has happened in the last week, 2 weeks. Yeah,
man, crazy shit.
So, but before we get into it, we gonna real quick just go into our icebreaker as usual. So I want to keep the music in the background, but if I show the tab with the questions and stuff, it's gonna turn off. Let me see. Okay, I just read them out loud. So pick a number between 1 and 200.
1 and 200. 191.
191.
Yep.
191. Okay. I think we might have did this one. It says, would you rather eat a spoonful of wasabi or a spoonful of extremely spicy hot sauce?
Have we done this one?
I feel like we might have done that one.
I'm gonna say, what's 192 then? What that look like?
Let's see. 192. Would you rather have hands that kept growing as you got older or feet that kept growing as you got older?
I know he ain't did that.
No,
that's so stupid. I don't know. My hands, maybe.
I would say, because how do you walk? Like, how do you walk if your feet are just like 10 feet long?
You like. My hands too long. I can do some amazing shit. Like I can slap somebody. Like,
but I feel like them boys would be heavy. Like, and if it's just your hands, like I feel like your wrists will be like about to snap. Yeah. You just carrying these big old weights. Yeah. Like I said, feet. You can't really walk at all. Like I don't even know how do you lay in the bed.
Right.
Your feet is just all the way off the bed.
Yeah, give me the hands. I'd rather just slap and do some crazy stuff. I'll be grabbing people.
I wonder at what rate do your hands grow? Like, or like your hands or your feet grow? Like if they were to keep growing, like how fast would they grow?
Right. Like every year they grow, like,
Cause I'm picturing like a hand like this big, like a giant.
Like being able to grab somebody's whole head with your hand, like
yeah, like more than that, like this huge hand, like a claw.
All right.
A real kawaii claw.
Grabbing niggas up like Barbie dolls and shit.
All right, I'm picking a number. I was thinking about this number earlier. I think it said 73. 73. Would you rather be forced to eat only spicy food or only incredibly bland food? Only spicy food. So they didn't say incredibly spicy, but they said incredibly bland.
Yeah, so it would be like this. I mean, but could I season the bland food? Like, it don't say I couldn't.
No, it's saying, I mean, you eating bland food, so it's not bland if you season it.
That's true. But that spicy would eventually that spicy would wear, even if it ain't extremely spicy, it's gonna tear you up. Like you eat a week
only eating spicy food.
Yeah, you eat a week worth of spicy food, you're gonna be tore up.
Yeah. Especially at first if you ain't used to it. Yeah. I feel like it's gonna really tear you up.
Give me the bland food. It might not be good, but it's gonna eventually be good for me. I ain't gonna have no high cholesterol, no high blood pressure,
right? No hypertension at all.
Just gonna be eating just to survive, really.
Only spicy food are incredibly bland.
Man, I would eat spicy food, but it's just like I just know eventually it's not gonna do good with my body.
But like it being bland, I feel like that takes all the joy out of eating. Like how food tastes is part of why food being good is why people like to eat. So like if you was eating just like completely and solely for like survival, like because it don't taste like nothing, like so you just only eating so you don't pass out and die. Now it's like it ain't even like fun. It ain't like I can't wait to eat. Like it's just
say you wouldn't be fat,
right? You just like you only eating when you need to.
All right. Be like, am I hungry? I ain't really hungry. Let me drink some water.
It's like getting gas. Like you don't want to get gas, but you got to. So I'm gonna I guess I got to eat.
Right.
Um, yeah, I don't know. But like because of that, I don't know. I don't know if I would. I might, I might just go out on a limb and go with spicy food only. All right, you got one more number.
Um, let's do 13. I don't know if we ever did that, but
13.
mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Type it in. Got that 13. All right, 13. Would you rather give up all drinks except for water or give up anything? Yeah, we did this with Juliana. Give up anything
Okay.
that was cooked in the oven. I think we did this with Juliana.
Yeah. Okay.
So you
Let's
want to go? You want to go
let's
14 or
try. Let's try 17.
17?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did this one too. Would you rather go back
Damn.
to age 5 with everything you know now, or know now everything your future self
Okay.
will learn?
Well, let's go 14 then. Have we done that one?
Go back up 14. Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself?
I think we did this one too.
I think so too. We did a lot of these.
Damn. Okay. Shit. Let's go. Number 6. Have we did 6?
6.
Yeah.
Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early?
Okay. We haven't done this one. This one don't sound familiar. Would I rather be what they say?
Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early?
Let me be 20 minutes early.
That's what I mean. That's kind of like how I am anyway. Not like 20 minutes.
Yeah. I
I'll be
feel
on
you.
time. I don't really be early. Um, and then but in 10 minutes late, I don't know how 10 minutes late is ever like good, other than like
It's
maybe like
not
a party or something when it ain't nobody there or something.
right. Or like
But
when you trying to miss something intentionally, like you going somewhere and somebody gonna be there, ain't gonna be there for a minute, and you just be like,
yeah.
"All right, I'm gonna be there. I'm on my way." 10 minutes later.
um, yeah. So I think that's a pretty cut and dry one.
Hmm.
Um, and I got one more number. I'm gonna say 89. Oh, I think we did this one too. Would you rather have an amazingly fast typing texting speed or be able to read ridiculously fast? Yeah, I think
Yeah, we did this one.
with Sapo, I think. Um, I'm gonna go with the next one up or whatever when I hit one, and just keep going. So number 90 is would you rather live in a sky with no stars at night or live under a sky with no clouds during the day? I'm gonna read it again. Would you rather live under a sky with no stars at night or live under a sky with no clouds during the day?
Oh, no clouds. I got to have the stars. The stars are more appealing than the clouds anyway.
Yeah, clouds do, but it is some like in certain moments, like clouds can be crazy. Like,
They can be it. I mean, they do give you rain, like that's where the rain come from and whatnot. But even still, like you want to see the sun shine, so it's like clouds are gonna just kind of get in the way with that. But I don't know. I'd rather see the stars because just imagine
yeah,
how dark and like how crazy like that shit would look at night if wasn't no
it's just
stars in the
black.
sky. It's just black, like, and the moon is like the only thing you see. Like that would be
Yeah,
crazy.
and the moon is the only light you see. You heard that song?
Mm.
That's Stand by Me.
Oh yeah, it is.
And the
Okay, yeah.
moon. Um, yeah, yeah,
Darling, darling.
yeah. Um, so would you rather live under a sky with no stars at night or live under a sky with no clouds during the day? Yeah, I mean, I never really want clouds. I like because if it's really cloudy, then it's usually about to rain or something like that. Like I'm cool with like a clear sunny day.
Me too.
All right, so that'll do it for our icebreaker. So we can get into I guess our first topic, and that is basically, well, I guess coronavirus in general, but also the fact that Donald Trump,
Mm,
45,
mm,
Agent Orange,
speak on
um,
it.
he didn't got that Rona. He didn't
Torpedo, torpedo
got a
toupee.
got a got a taste of that Rona. Donald Trump the president of the United States has contracted the coronavirus. Um, and at this point, he went to the hospital like I think a couple of days ago, Walter Reed Hospital, or whatever. And he was posting videos saying like, I'm doing all right or whatever. I'm feeling, all right, better or whatever. And then he did like a little like surprise motorcade like roll through, like while he was still being treated for coronavirus, like for the people that was outside, like rallying for him and like cheering for him and stuff.
The fuck? Why? I mean, why would he do that? Like, I wouldn't want to see him like. People
I
and people who want to see him are stupid now. Even if he did have the Rona, which I don't think he does, but
Yeah, no, that's another part of it is like a lot of people don't believe that he actually has it, and it kind of would make sense for him to like this fake having it, like
mm-hmm.
especially for his whole narrative about like, oh, this is at first him saying it was a hoax and that like it's not as bad as that, as people are making it up to be. And now he can say like, oh, I beat it, we can get past this, I beat it. And he even said it, he tweeted saying something like, don't let it dominate your life, like, and little stuff like that, like making it seem like I've been there now and I can tell y'all for sure that it ain't that big a deal, like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah.
um
I also think
so
they're trying to like press a vaccine on us or something like that, like
mhm.
because they gonna say that he got sick, and then they tested him or they injected him with this virus or vaccine and whatnot, and then now all of a sudden, hey, we got the cure. Y'all need to take this. It's gonna be mandatory.
Yeah. And he did some like experimental, like it wasn't even approved by the FDA
Mm-hmm.
treatment.
He did like a little
Um,
cocktail or some shit.
yeah, like it was like one of them was like an antibody cocktail, another one was something else, and then I think the third one was like um something like because of his oxygen levels dipped or something like that 2%.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they were saying like all that, like him having to take all of that kind of made it seem like he had a more severe case of coronavirus based on what they had to treat him with.
Right.
Um, and I'm like, he's old and fat. Like he he got two um like characteristics that kind of make you more susceptible to coronavirus, like being older and also being overweight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and somehow like they, it's like apparently he's like fine like now, I guess. Um, and at least that's what they, that's the narrative that they putting off.
I just wonder
Um,
like what made him want to get tested for it, or like was it that whole debate? You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of
yeah,
shit really ain't adding up. Like,
I think so the story with the debate, that's a whole nother that's another thing that happened. But before the debate, they had like this, I guess, 15-minute like rapid results test that they were supposed to do before the debate, and that's what the plan was.
mm,
And Donald Trump got there late, so he like, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, I guess, but he got there and was like, "Hey, I'm late, but like, trust me, y'all, I'm good," like that. And then here we go
mm,
with the debate. Um, but then after the debate, and after they like found out that Donald Trump had gotten it, Joe Biden got tested and he was negative. So, but it was like
okay.
people in the crowd, like right behind, like at the camera angle of the moderator, like behind them, you can see people in the crowd sitting there, and like on one side of them, I remember seeing like a person with a mask on. The other side, they didn't have it on, and they said like the Trump family didn't have masks on in the thing in the audience. Um, but I think it's like a girl named Hope Hicks, that's like his press secretary, is the
Mm,
one that apparently like got a lot of people, like she the one that spread it to like a few different people. So now
wow.
like over like 12 people or more got in his like cabinet or whatever have coronavirus.
Mm,
Um, so it's crazy that, like I said, it's coming full circle,
yeah.
um, from him denying it to him having it.
Right. That Simpsons episode, I feel like if it is real, then he probably gonna expire from this shit. And if
I
it's
was really thinking that, like soon as they said he had it, I'm like, man, like, and I don't know how, like, what it is about the Simpsons. Like, how do they, like, how does so many things that they put in episodes happen in real life? But
right, like it's crazy. And they predicted like all of that. Like they predicted him becoming president, and then him while he was president getting sick, and then him dying as a result of him being sick.
Yeah, like
So that's like, man, what? Like that's
it's
too
super
like,
accurate. Yeah,
yeah. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm just looking for that. I'm just looking to see maybe okay, them cocktails just not working and his shit decline faster, and but
yeah.
I wonder like in the event of him dying, like then would they re-elect or like renominate some Republican, or
I
does
think
does Mike Pence become the candidate now, or
yeah, I
okay.
believe I believe they swear in like the vice president, like right after like they find out that the president is dead, they swear in the vice president as like kind of like the interim acting president or whatever. I
Mhm.
think that's what they did in like some. I think I've seen it in the movies and stuff like that
Oh
before. But I
yeah,
think that's how.
like and shit like that, like in case of a president died during his term. But I'm talking about like during like after, like while they were running for president, because what I'm saying, his term about to be up anyway in November, so it's like,
Oh, you saying like in the election, this election, like if he was to die before the election?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Like, I guess they
Hey,
would. I would
you got
assume that
that
they would.
door.
I would assume that they would like kind of put
My
another
son.
person in from that party in place
Uh,
to have like a head, like have a figure from that party. I don't know, but I'm assuming that maybe that's happened before.
right. I don't. I've never seen. I don't think it happened in our lifetime. If it has happened, I know though. Could you push that down? From appreciate it. Yeah, I just know that like we seen like when Kennedy got assassinated, the vice president took over,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe that that's really it. I want to say as far as the assassinations that we've seen. I'm not sure about what happened with Abraham Lincoln, but
Yeah, I'm not sure how it would play out if during the campaign run somebody died, because they already on the ballot and stuff like. But But speaking of, Donald Trump, he was a part of the presidential debate that happened, before he had coronavirus.
absolutely.
Um, and I think I'm actually going to pull up a tab or pull up the video of the highlights from the debate. But did you
Mm,
watch any of the? Did you watch any of the debate?
I believe so too. You said that I watched any of it?
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched any of it. Hey, hold
Um.
on, hold on. I'm gonna put this plant in this tent real quick.
Okay.
Uh,
I beat him a whole hell of a lot. I'm here. I'm here standing facing you, old buddy.
Pocahontas would have left
Well,
2 days early. You would have lost every primary.
All he knows how to
on
do
Super
is hurt.
Tuesday. You got
Look,
very lucky.
here's the deal. I got very lucky. I'm going to get very lucky tonight as well. And tonight I'm going to
With
make
what?
sure, because
With what?
here's the deal. Here's the deal. The fact is that everything he's saying so far is simply a lie. I'm not here to call out his lies. Everybody knows he's a liar.
But you
I just
agree,
want to
and
make
Joe,
sure.
you're the liar.
I want to make
You
sure.
graduated last in your class, not first in your class.
I want to make
Mr.
sure.
President, can you let him finish, sir?
He doesn't know how to do that. He has,
You'd be surprised.
you pick
You'd be surprised.
the
Go ahead,
wrong
Joe.
guy,
Go.
the wrong
Talk,
night
Joe.
at the wrong time.
Listen, you agreed with
Here's the
Bernie
deal.
Sanders to the
The whole idea.
Let him.
There is no manifesto. Number
Please
one.
let him speak, Mr.
Number
President.
two.
You just lost the left.
Number two.
You just lost the left. You agreed with Bernie Sanders on a plan.
Folks,
that's absolutely
folks,
agreed
do you have
to,
any
and under that
idea
plan,
what
you have
this clown's
socialized,
doing?
They call it
Mr.
Medicare.
Do you have any
President.
do?
Socialized medicine.
Mr. President.
Let people know
He doesn't want
you're a
to answer the
senator.
question.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why
because
wouldn't you answer that
because
question?
the question
you wanna put a lot
is
of
the
new
question
Supreme Court
is
justice,
the
radical
question.
left.
Will you
Who is
shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
Right, gentlemen. I think
This
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He's going to pack the court.
We have
I'm not going to give a list.
We have ended this segment. We're going to move. They need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland.
Sure,
Are you
I'm willing
prepared to
do
specifically
that, but
do it?
Well,
I
go
would
ahead,
say
sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right
So
wing.
what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see
Well,
peace.
then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
You want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
White
name.
supremacists and
Who would
white
you like me to condemn?
White
Proud Boys.
supremacists and right
Proud
wing
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem.
His
This
own
is a left-wing.
FBI director.
This is a left-wing problem.
White supremacist.
So he's like, do you want to go ahead and denounce, all these white supremacist groups and alt-right, whatever? And he was like, sure. What do you want to call them? Give them a name. Who you want me to denounce? And he was like, Proud Boys, stand back, stand by. And he kind of just like breezed by, like I tried to almost like, it's like you're trying to play it off almost. But he didn't really say, like, he didn't really, denounce anybody. He said, stand back and stand by. And then the Proud Boys, like their social media or whatever, they posted a little like logo that said stand back, stand by or whatever. Like they took it as like a rallying, like, yeah, like, our president is like, about to give us orders, we standing by, like that. Like,
wow. He just might though if they try to put him out.
And that's they kind of asked him that during the debate, like, given the results of the election, will both of the moderators asking the candidates, like, will y'all both accept the results of the election? And Trump was like, yeah, as long as it's like, he said something like, as long as it's this and that, and he was bringing up like the mail-in ballots and how he feel like that's fraudulent and stuff. So he acting like he gonna like, like
lose that bitch,
or like lose and then not want to leave, like lose and then like tell, like, like you said, the Proud Boys or whoever that's like backing him to be like, no, this was like fraudulent. The American people deserve what they asked for, whatever. So, so yeah, it's like I feel like this is like the first debate that a lot of people have like I don't know, because like Obama and them, I feel people watch, but like people knew this was gonna be something like something like weird, like like entertain, like just some kind of spectacle to it. And neither one of them looked that good, like as far as in the debate.
They didn't.
But I mean, and unfortunately, that's kind of like the spot we in is like pick your poison. It's like, and I think a lot it's coming down to like, to me, I feel like it's coming down to like just get Donald Trump out. Like I feel like most people feel like, I know we don't all want Joe Biden, but let's just get who we got in out.
Sleepy Joe only gonna have one term.
Yeah, he don't even seem like, something about him seem like just about like senile, like
he is, yeah.
Like he be forgetting what he's saying and stuff, like that type of thing.
And that's why I don't feel like you should be able to be that old, and I feel like it should be a cap on how old you should be.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's not unlikely for somebody to die in those, and once you're in your 70s and stuff like that, like,
all right,
most men's life expectancy is probably somewhere like around 80. So like, to be running the country, like the most, what they call like the most important job in the world or something like that, and you 70. Well, I know I think Donald Trump is 74. I know Joe Biden is up there too in his 70s.
Old farts though.
And it's like, what other job is like that old of a person accepted? Like,
right.
Yeah. Only in like stuff like that, like politics.
You can't even be no 70-year-old manager. Like, what?
Right. So yeah, what else? We already talked about Donald Trump having the coronavirus. And now, like I said, there's a lot of people that don't think he have it. I don't know if it's seeming like it could be made up. Like, it could have been telling, could have been lying for him to get like be kind of like over it so fast. And like I said, him being like overweight and old, and you know, but I know he does have like, access to like drugs that the normal person wouldn't.
True.
So I don't know. But like you said, I think they're gonna use that to like push a vaccine, the idea of a vaccine. Like, look at how Donald Trump was able to recover so fast.
Right.
We use these drugs and the combination, and that's what we got. So y'all should do it.
Yeah, I'm straight on that. And if they try to make it mandatory, then I'm just gonna have to leave this bitch or something. But I ain't gonna do that.
So like the year is getting more and more interesting. But I'm moving us on to our next topic, though. Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallions. Their whole saga or whatever is still developing. Tory Lanez released a whole album. And it's what like Daystar or something like that.
Daystar. First name.
That's his real first name.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Dang, Daystar.
Daystar Peterson or something like that.
Daystar. That's interesting. But he released the whole album. And on one of the tracks, mainly one of them, though, the Money Over Fallout's song, he kind of like talked about kind of in somewhat detail of what happened, and saying like Meg's people is trying to frame me for a shooting that I didn't do.
Right.
Which, like I said, like I was surprised to hear him say that, because I'm like, dang, I didn't think he was going to all out just deny doing it. I thought he was going to be like,
me either. I was thinking like he was just going to be like, well, okay, y'all, I was silent for so long because I fucked up and it was wrong of me and ain't really no excuse, but but this nigga said no, I didn't do it.
Yeah, it's like,
niggas was trying to pay me to be quiet, and I'm like, oh, what word?
And then and he said, well, I'm gonna play some of the song actually, and then we can get into it. Let me see, I got it queued up right here. Is the audio still on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, they rather see me in the cell, like how he posted out with $30,000 bill. I'm the go shot, niggas know I made that dope float on the scale. I had them hoes going crazy, fees cracking, going pale and on real. I got that flow, it's on sale if you need a rush. Coke blowing out my fiend's nose like the speaker bust. Whole car be D'd up, talk now we teeing up, making people trying to frame me for a shooting, but them boys ain't clean. Up. I see how they teaming up, watching it, I'm calculating. Gotta keep it quiet, I can't jeopardize the outcome waiting. Seeing certain niggas hating like, how this nigga hating? I done gave these people so much features, made these niggas famous. They was on the blog saying I'm canceled from this entertainment. I was on that Spotify like 30 million monthly listeners. I'm fucking going crazy, and my fans support me brazy. Everything I do is for you, I promise I'll be on it daily. I got nothing but love to spread, but niggas hate me. Hurt my heart to see them Twitter fingers come for Kaylani's and cash page, but I flip the switch, I'm gripping money at that fast page. And don't ask me for shit when it get real, that's my last favor. Can't cry now, cause I'ma laugh later. Girl, you had the nerve to write that statement on that Alpha David. Knowing I ain't do it, but I'm coming at my truest, trying to keep this shit 200. With you, shorty, I can't prove it, but them people in your ear, they the true ones that I feel. They really got you thinking Tory Lanez will do you in for real. Don't forget you was my bitch.
But I was trying to let it get to the part where he said like how you get shot in your foot and it ain't hit no bones and tendons or something like that.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
And he talking about like the real estate people took him off the application, and so yeah, now I feel like people don't kind of know they just kind of going with like what they feel like might have happened. At first it was like, like cancel Tory Lanez, like
right.
Like I said, I mean, and it's still, I think a lot of people that do feel like that. But like you said, if he didn't do it, then it's like I can't really be mad at him if he actually didn't do it.
And it's crazy because like she ain't said nothing
since the stuff came out.
Yeah, since the stuff she like kind of like did some subliminal, Instagram stuff. Like she posted a picture of her having like some rings that said "fuck you."
Okay.
But other than that, she hadn't said nothing. So it's like, what's really going on? Like she kind of taking his role now in the beginning,
like
so
being quiet.
Yeah, so it's kind of making me feel like, well, then what's really real? Like, what's going on? Like,
and that's even crazier if it turns out to be like he never did it in the first place, and then Meg, because like she was quiet too, so if she had never said nothing, then it would have been like, what, everybody quiet. But like she came out and said, yes, he did it. This is what happened. And then now, like I said, everybody jumped on Tory Lanez, and if it turned out that like that never actually happened, I'm like, dang, that's pretty. Like for her to go online, you know, crying and talking about she traumatized and stuff like that about, you know, that's pretty crazy.
And it's like everybody that says something about this nigga Tory owe this nigga apology.
Yeah, if that's the case,
Yeah,
definitely.
they do. Like, man, niggas got to. Like, niggas can't be prideful either. Like, niggas got to be go ahead and just set that pride to the side, yeah, because your ass wrong. Because I don't know, man. Like, I felt like in the beginning when all this shit happened, like that he couldn't have shot her. Like, and then you know I thought that all the way up until she said, you know, what she said, and I was still feeling like, man, even still, because just the whole scene didn't like make sense to me. Like her getting back into the car with him after being shot, you know, saying like, I don't know.
I think that's the strongest argument to say that, like, you know, that he did do it. I feel like, or that he didn't do it. Is
Yeah,
that like, you know, why would you get back into a car? Like, forget trying to, if somebody shot you, why would you try to protect them as you're bleeding from them shooting you?
right. And then put yourself in more danger by getting back into the car with them. It's like, I don't care if somebody told me that they was gonna kill me if I didn't get back in the car. It's like, I feel like you gonna kill me anyway. Either way it go.
Yeah.
If I get back in the car, you probably just gonna take me somewhere and kill me. So
Yeah, I'm already on my way right now. Like,
right,
I'm already shot.
right. So I'm straight.
So I think it's definitely like stuff, little details that kind of like hint toward one you know side of the truth and the other. Like I said, I feel like why would you get back into the car with somebody that shot you or that you
Right.
believe shot you or whatever? Then and then the other question is like, who else shot you then? Like,
Right, yeah.
like it wasn't but two other people involved outside of those two.
And then
And
if it's, I heard that her friend wasn't like talking either. Like her and the girl that was in the car, like her, I guess that was her best friend or whatnot. They haven't been talking since the whole incident.
no, they haven't been since that.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I don't know.
So that kind of is like, well, why y'all ain't talking? Like, I mean, because you know, y'all that's your best friend, and like, you know, the only reason why y'all wouldn't be talking is if you have something to do with that, or you know, y'all got into it over that.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. Like it's like it's getting weirder.
It is.
And I thought it was gonna be like kind of just, you know, over with by now. Like we would have found out that, oh yeah, Tory Lane shot. I mean, we did. Tory Lane shot her, but I thought that was gonna be the end of it. But when it came out, like him being like, you know, kind of known for being short and like, and I feel like didn't he? I saw a video of him, I think, on a bus with somebody that was like basically it was about to fight or something like that. I always saw him as like kind of aggressive for some reason, like kind of like that short man complex type stuff.
He do.
So I'm like, okay, like I could kind of see him, you know, playing that role and shooting a female of whatever hurting him his feelings or whatever.
This nigga big cap though, man. This nigga said he was 5'7" in
Yeah.
them songs.
Yeah, that's this. I think this one.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, no, you are not 5'7", fam. Chill out.
He's like, niggas say I'm 5'3". No, I'm 5'7". Like, that's funny that he got to address it in this song though.
Right.
Like we made him talk about it.
Man.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to feel about it. And I think, like I said, now it's starting to seem like there's more balance. Like there's more people outwardly supporting Tory Lanez and say, you know, and saying like they siding with him, they believe him. And then of course there's people that's like, you know, they're gonna believe Meg, especially with her being the female in the situation.
Right.
But then just the fact that she came out first and said, you know, that, and then it wouldn't that soon after. You know, so we had time to sit there and have her story, her side of the story, and just, you know, that be our only side that we got. So I'm assuming that it's probably gonna be some kind of like court type stuff. Like that's probably why like people, I feel like that's why people be being silent, because they don't want, like, they want to be able to use stuff, I guess, in their case against the other person.
True. Yeah. They supposed to have a court hearing, I think, later on, like maybe in November, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so It's gonna be coming up soon. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens because if he is found not guilty for that shit, and it's like, what's up, man? Like,
Right.
because if
Yeah.
he shot you, then he would have went to jail for it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, and that's actually a perfect segue. Usually we don't go back into like a serious topic after like the celebrity or like kind of like non-serious stuff. But I forgot until just now about Breonna Taylor. Her the one officer got indicted, and I think it wasn't even for killing her at all. It was like they called it wanton endangerment of her neighbor. So basically he got indicted for putting, I don't know why my video is not showing, but he got
that shit is weird.
Yeah. I'm just like speaking out of the darkness.
Right.
Out
of a void.
But the charge
there was another my fault, go ahead.
I was saying like he got indicted, but it wasn't even for her. And then I've heard so many different like versions of the story now. At first I was hearing like, oh, they got a no-knock warrant and they didn't announce themselves or whatever. And then the police was saying like, we did announce ourselves. And I think they said they had a witness that was like, I think at first said that they didn't hear them announce themselves. And then like they interviewed the same witness like a couple times throughout the month. And eventually there was like, I think I might have remembered them, announcing themselves. Like he like kind of changed his testimony on it or whatever. Not testimony, it went in court, but so I mean, regardless though, the fact that like somebody got killed and they actually didn't face any consequences for killing that person.
Right, that's crazy, man.
And then they also saying that the boyfriend shot first. That's how I started hearing that too. I hadn't heard that until like more recently. But I don't know what to believe because like I think they said like they didn't have they had body cams on, but they weren't recording or something like that.
Which is like, why the fuck you got them on if they're not gonna record? Like,
yeah,
it seems like it's a waste. Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's stuff like that make it seem like anytime the body cam footage is just like mysteriously not, it wasn't not available or didn't get recorded, it automatically sound like, we gave y'all these for stuff like this.
Right.
And y'all still trying to make our reasons to not have it.
Did you hear about that dude in Texas that just got killed?
No. What?
What was his name? I know his last name was Price. Was it Joshua? Yeah, and it was crazy. Like, and this shit is really like, man. Now, if he don't get some justice, I feel like this might be that trigger, that domino
point.
Yeah, because you got people of all colors, like black, white, coming together in the community, talking about how he was such a good person and how he really was just like upstanding, like in the community. He mentored kids and stuff like that. He was a personal trainer. It was like Wolf City, Texas, or something like that. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Let's look at it. Hold on.
In North Texas this morning, a small town police officer is charged with murder in the killing of a black man. Jonathan Price was shot dead reportedly while trying to break up a fight Saturday night. His family,
and that's the crazy thing.
He was trying to break up a fight.
Villarreal
spoke with Price's family before the charges against the officer were announced.
Wolf City police officer Sean Lucas was booked Monday
you don't even
night
look like a
charged
police
with
officer.
murder, and
He
his
don't,
bond
though.
set at $1 million.
Bad boy.
The Texas Rangers say Lucas was responding to a disturbance call outside a gas station on Saturday. That's when Officer Lucas encountered Price, who the Texas Rangers say resisted arrest in a non-threatening posture and walked away. Officer Lucas, according to the Rangers, then tased Price before shooting and killing him. This video captured the chaos Saturday night. The circumstances surrounding Lucas's decision to use deadly force is now under investigation. According to family members, it was Price who intervened and de-escalated a fight between a couple. His father, Junior Price, says he showed up to the scene on Saturday as paramedics worked to save him.
What do you remember of that moment?
Watching my son die. I knew he was dead before he moved him.
Hundreds gathered to peacefully honor Price Monday night, marching the streets of Wolf City, about 70 miles outside Dallas. Price's
His mama
sister,
broke
April
my
Lewis,
heart,
says he worked for the city. He was also described as a hometown hero and a stand-up guy.
He had a bright future. He was going to start up his own business, fitness center, and it's just gone. I mean, it didn't have to end like that.
Civil rights attorney Lee Merritt represents the Price family.
They deserve to know every detail about what happened, and they need to know it immediately.
Still, his big sister April is skeptical they'll get answers.
I just want some kind of closure. That's all I want.
The family attorney.
Dang. I mean,
up, man.
And like it's crazy that it feels like deja vu. It's like the same story or whatever. I mean, they said he was charged though, right? I guess that's different in this case.
Yeah, they charged that nigga quick. But what's crazy about that shit, and they didn't even mention it in there, but I had heard it just throughout, like, you know, research and looking at other videos, is that he tased him first. Like he was breaking up a domestic fight against a couple, you know what I'm saying? And the police, he got there and he was trying to tell them like what happened, like, you know, I did this and that, and then I guess the dude went Rambo on him or whatever, didn't believe him and felt like he was a problem and a threat. Tased this nigga, and then because, you know, his body was convulsing or whatnot, he felt like that he was a threat still. He was reaching for something and shot him 3 times. And then got in his car and left.
The police officer left?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he doing some time for that.
Yeah, because it's like, and it's multiple people that they have said that it was people that was there. And they said he did just that. Like he tased him, shot him, and then just got in his car and dipped.
He panicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't you can't frame that no other way. Like if you leave the scene,
you can't. Like that's why I say if he don't get no justice, shit, nigga, niggas finna start getting popped. I'm sorry, I'm sad to say, but police officers probably gonna be targets for real.
Yeah, because as soon as I saw them like marching, I'm like, oh, here we go with the marching. Like,
it's deja vu shit.
Because I mean that's what we do, I guess. But man, it's like after you see the same thing happening, it seemed like the logical thing would be to not do the same thing, like to continue to do the same thing in response to the same thing happening.
Right.
But I mean, I guess it has its place. It has its like purpose. I feel like marching and stuff like that and all the protests and stuff like that have their place and stuff. But
most definitely.
Even if it's just like a outlet of like, you know, expressing anger or whatever it is. But like at the end of the day, I feel like it definitely has to be more than that. You know, because they'll let us march all day.
Yeah, they'll let us do that shit until we turn blue in the face. And it's like, and that's why like I make that, I guess I have the unpopular opinion that I feel like marching don't really do shit. Like, I mean, it's really more so for us to see how we can come together. But I feel like that ain't really doing shit. Like, we not really making moves to get certain people out of their positions or even just making stands. Like, we can make, you know, stands and hurt people's pockets. Like, we cannot all collectively shop somewhere and just hurt, you know what I'm saying, that shit. It's like, you got to figure out how to do it. And marching ain't really doing it. You know?
It definitely seemed like there's like more like specific and like direct ways to like get the changes that we, you know, kind of want. Like you said, like even if it's on a consumer level, like we just decide, I guess, as some kind of group, what is Black Lives Matter or whatever, that we're not gonna do this or not gonna do that, and kind of have it be organized. But I think that the organization of it has to come first, though. Like, but just like, you know, walking around and stuff like that, I feel like people have seen that before. Like that's
they have, man.
It's seen it for years.
Yeah, like since the civil rights up until now, it's like, and then when the civil rights, that's when it was like, I guess, you know, at its peak, like, and it was something groundbreaking then, but for now we need more. Like we're more intelligent, we're more capable of coming up with better ways to hit them where it hurts. Like marching ain't gonna do shit. Like, and then looting even ain't gonna do shit. Niggas got insurance, so it's like it's really not. And then it's in your neighborhood, so it's like you gonna tear your shit up, and then you got to go to the rich neighborhoods to go shop and shit. You fuck up your Walmart, and then got to go somewhere to like Flushing or some, what I'm saying, somewhere like. So
yeah, I never understood. I never like kind of. I understood like, okay, people taking advantage of whatever the state of the society or whatever by looting, but I never saw like, I don't know. It's almost like people were trying to defend looting.
it's stupid.
But it's like I'm literally just stealing stuff. Like it has nothing to do with anything. But I want this thing. I want this TV or whatever it is.
And I'm stealing it because they just fucking up, and this is my excuse to steal.
Like as if that's your you taking a stand against police brutality by stealing this 70-inch.
Right, but not if you were to go do some shit like, say, a statue or something that was like racist or something like that, and y'all broke that bitch or knocked it down, you know what I'm saying? Then that's some destruction that's really has an impact. It's more than just, you know what I'm saying, like just some senseless ass, I'm finna break this window or I'm finna set this car on fire. It has more significance than that. It's a symbol that you're destroying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then it's been people like protecting statues and stuff, like they just standing guard, like this what's the name ain't going nowhere. I think they had the black dude that I don't know what state it was, like South, but the black dude saying
Confederate
like,
shit.
Yeah, like my white man brought me in, he fed me, clothed me, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. Sounded like Clayton Bixby.
Yeah, just ignorant nigga. Just you a coon, bro.
Look at the coon. Come and look at the coon.
Come and look at the coon. Look at the coon.
Yeah. So, but as far as Breonna Taylor, I think the one in the crazy that's the craziest part. Is like I said, there was no actual consequence tied to him killing anybody. Like it was only endangering somebody else, like somebody not in the same apartment.
Yeah, and that's crazy. And it's like I hate that people like try to paint her as like a criminal and shit like that. Like she wasn't no criminal, even if she was in close relation to somebody who was on some, illegal activity. It's
a lot of people is.
Yeah, and then a lot of like motherfucking blue collar people are doing some crooked illegal shit too. So it's just like, what? Like, come on, man. Like, you can't say that just like justifies somebody taking somebody's life, or man, people be crazy.
White collar crime is way high. Like, it's like a higher scale than like blue collar crime. White collar crime is like real money. That's like
it is. That's what I meant to say. White collar niggas doing crimes, but yeah, blue collar. Man, I don't know, man. It's crazy how the world works. It's like almost like fucking hypocritical. It's like, just because you doing some shit, and it's like loopholes or whatever, it's still crooked. Like,
yeah, it's like you heard about. They said like, now he's like denying it. Of course he is, but Trump said they said that he paid $750 in taxes.
Oh yeah. He was like, I paid millions.
Yeah.
millions.
Millions.
Bajillions, gazillions.
That's taxes.
That's what it sounded like he wanted to say. Like millions, bajillions of dollars of taxes.
Millions.
Like, he a coon. Yeah. Come and look at the coon.
Yeah, it's almost like a guarantee that he got like the best accountants in the world. Like they find all the little loopholes and
the best.
Make sure he's paying his little and I've learned more about it more recently, like taxes and like writing stuff off and like
me too. Yeah,
just have other businesses to where you can like write everything off as a loss. Like everything is just like for business or whatever. and you can, be rich off of that. But I think that's going to bring us into our last segment. But before we get to the last segment, if y'all want to find us on Cash App and donate anything, you can find us at $ the Stimulus Podcast. It's all one word on Cash App. That's $ the Stimulus Podcast. Whatever y'all want to donate is what's up, man.
Give me $1, man.
Yeah, right. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and listening to what we got to say. But that brings us into the final segment, which is the game. And we decided to do trivia. So let me stop sharing this screen and let me share the trivia screen. Boom. So we did the first one earlier as a test, the Avengers one or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
It don't matter. Go first. You can go first.
All right, and then let's just do best of 5.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. So my question: which actor? I got to be careful so I don't see the answer. Which actor or actress is killed off in the opening scene of the movie Scream? Okay. Courtney Cox, Neve Campbell, Drew Barrymore, Rose McGowan. I feel like it was a girl like running. I don't know if I'm remembering the Scary Movie like parody of it or the real movie, but my gut.
I ain't saying shit.
I think I don't know if I've seen the whole movie's Scream, but my gut want to go with Rose McGowan for some reason. I don't know the actress. Oh, it was Drew Barrymore.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think she was. I thought she would be like a main character or something, so she wouldn't die in the beginning. All right. Ready for your question?
Yeah.
It says, which film did Steve Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director? Jaws, Catch Me If You Can, E.T., Schindler's List.
Was it Schindler's List?
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Schindler's. It was Schindler's List. That's what you said?
Yeah, Schindler's List.
Okay. All right, you got one. I got nothing. My question: which film won the first Academy Award for Best Picture? Won the first Academy Award for Best Picture?
Mm-hmm.
All Quiet on the Western Front, Sunrise, Wings, Metropolis. Dang, it's like one word, one word movie.
Long ass title, like
All Quiet on the Western Front. I feel like Metropolis. No, it was Wings. I didn't even mean to like reveal it that quick. I didn't know the answer was right there, but I was gonna pick Metropolis, but it was Wings. Apparently, I never would have known that.
I ain't know the answer to that question myself.
All right. Your question: what is the name of Quint's shark hunting boat in Jaws? I've never actually seen Jaws. The whale, the orca, the dolphin, or the shark?
The whale, the orca, the dolphin, or the shark?
Yes. I'm gonna take the banner down so we can see it better. All right.
Let's go with the orca.
The orca?
Yeah.
That's what is correct.
Damn, that's crazy.
All right. It's 2-0. My next question. Oh, this is Disney trivia now we're moving into, I guess. I think I'm pretty good at Disney trivia. What was the first feature-length animated film ever released? Feature-length animated film. Pinocchio, Fantasia, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Dumbo.
I don't know why when you said Fantasia, I thought of if you don't want me, then don't
Fantasia Barrino.
Yeah.
That's a sound on like most keyboards have a sound called Fantasia, and I always think about her too. Like I've never seen that word in any other context but her name.
Me either. Like what? She has such a fancy name.
But so Pinocchio, Fantasia, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or Dumbo. Pinocchio, is old. Fantasia. I don't even know what Fantasia is.
Me either.
Dumbo. I know what that is. So Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is also old, but I don't know if it's the first feature-length animated film ever. So now part of me wanted to just pick what I don't know, like pick the one I don't know about, because maybe that's the one.
I feel it.
Which that's Fantasia. I'm gonna go with Fantasia. Snow White and the Seven. Part of me thought it was gonna be that too. Part of me thought it was gonna be Snow White.
Got to go with your good.
Yeah. All right, you can win it with this one.
Okay.
What was the first original Disney song to win an Academy Award for Best Original Song?
What was the first original Disney song to win an Academy Award for Best Original Song? What's the options?
Oh, I forgot I forgot his multiple choice. Someday My Prince Will Come, Circle of Life, Beauty and the Beast, When You Wish Upon a Star.
Okay, sir. Oh, sir. Circle of Life. Fuck it.
Circle of Life, Lion King.
Yeah, Lion King.
It's When You Wish Upon a Star.
Man, that's what I was going back and forth with myself on. I was like, oh shit.
All right, so that's still 2-0.
Man, I was going like I was like, because I was trying to think of Wish Upon a Star. What is that? Is that Willy Wonka?
Wish Upon a Star. Let me see. I'll Google it real quick. Wish Upon a Star.
It might not be.
Disney. Pinocchio. It's Pinocchio.
Oh, it's Pinocchio?
Yeah. All right. My next question says, what short film featured Mickey Mouse's first appearance? We got Plain Crazy, Wild Waves, The Band Concert, and The Barnyard Concert. It's like I don't even have like one to lean on. Like I don't have a reason to think one or the other. I'm gonna go The Barnyard Concert, The Band Concert, Plain Crazy. I'm gonna go with Plain Crazy. I don't know why.
That sounds like
that's the one.
Whoa, let's go.
That's that one.
That's
all right.
A good one.
All right. Your next question. What was the last movie Walt Disney was able to work on before he died? Mary Poppins, 101 Dalmatians, The Jungle Book, The Sword and the Stone. Dang, when did he die?
Right, that's what I was trying to think.
These movies old.
Was it The Jungle Book?
You going with that?
The Sword and the Stone.
Sword and the Stone?
Jungle Book. Fuck it.
All right. Jungle Book final answer?
Yeah.
All right. Jungle Book. Oh, that's it.
Let's go.
You won 3-1 trivia. You got me again.
Now imagine if I was hurt. I'd have been hurt as well.
Yeah. You would have switched it.
Sword and Stone.
2 in a row. All right, man. Well, with that has been episode 21 of the Stimulus Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. Find us on all social media. That's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and pretty much anywhere you can find podcasts. But yes, subscribe to us on YouTube as well. Comment, like, share all the videos and everything like that. Engage with us on our content. And anything you want to plug or anything before we get out?
Just mathematics everywhere. Streaming now. You can find it everywhere, literally. YouTube, Amazon. They just sent me a email for that, so it's on Amazon now. So
okay.
Mathematics Vision. You can follow me on Instagram Vision the Great. That's VYSON the Great, and Vision Hunter at YouTube and Facebook.
All right, y'all. We out.